How's it going, everybody? Tony here from Kapowcast, bringing you another action figure review. Continuing on with that retro line of Spider-Man Marvel Legends. Today we are taking a look at the Gwen Stacy action figure, which I'm super excited we finally get, because we had a Mary Jane, even though she was kind of which we get a new Mary Jane head sculpt, which is pretty dope in my book. Real quick before we get started, if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, consider subscribing. It would help us out a great deal, and you get to keep up with all of our cheeky antics. But enough of that, get right into it. Got the Spider-Man retro card wave with the Spider-Man 90s cartoon call out there, the classic Marvel Legends logo up there at the top. You got your cartoon version of Gwen Stacy there. You got your figure in the package. Looking at the back, we got a look at her wave mates there at the bottom there. You got your artwork there at the top again. You got swappable heads, so you can make it into Gwen Stacy or Mary Jane. I don't know why you wouldn't do Gwen Stacy. And then you have your read up right beside there. Pause if you would like to learn a little bit about Gwen here. And that will do it. Let's crack it open. Take a look at it. See how she stacks up against her opponent, or what, I don't know what girls call the other girl. Alright, and there we have Gwen out of package, looking ever so elegant. I don't even know a word. I'm not going to touch that. Her accessories, obviously, got the Mary Jane head, which looks pretty good. I actually like this sculpt a lot better than the 2-pack Mary Jane. You got that black wash in the hair, kind of like deepening that red. Obviously more comic book accurate, not so much show accurate, but still, in my opinion, I think it looks really good. I will probably be swapping those heads out for sure. Probably will do it here in this video as well. So going on, she has her very bright blue handbag, which doesn't have a strap, so she's stuck carrying it around, or Parker will be carrying it around. If you know what I mean, hit that like button. Yeah. You have you have a Midtown High School. I'm assuming is a yearbook. It could be, I guess, a planner too, but it'd be really cool if that handbag would open up and you could put this in there. And then you have a rolled up Daily Bugle newspaper, which I can only assume is to be used to hit bad guys over the head with repeatedly, because why else would it be rolled up? So that is it for the accessories, and so we will take a closer look here at Gwen and see what is going on. I will say, out of package, I did notice she has that same weird hand that the Mary Jane figure has, and well, no, I guess it's a little bit different. This one on Gwen is actually a lot weirder than the one on the Mary Jane. I've never seen a hand. What kind of position is that? Like, who does that? Who uses their hand like that? Like, what is that? Like, I don't know. Anyways, that was the first irk. She does have the grippy hand, so that you can take the Daily Bugle paper and kind of get it in there by forcing the finger to a uninviting amount. But it fits in there pretty good. I think I like that a lot. Many different possibilities of posing Gwen here. Her hair looks good. Not really any wash inside of it. There's maybe a slight kind of amber wash to kind of bring out the blonde a little bit, but I think, especially on camera, this looks really good for like a, I don't know, cartoon-y looking, comic book looking, whatever. The coat is a 2-piece, so once again, you could honestly slip it off, but why would you? Because this doesn't slip off, so now you just have a green arm, black shirt Gwen, and that is just weird. There is some texturing on her shirt there, which is awesome. I like that. Sleek, no textured skirt, but the purple skirt that I've always associated with Gwen, so they nailed the purple skirt. You got this weird belt type deal around the coat here. No issue for me with that. I kind of maybe, I don't know. I'm not a style. I'm not one for fashion. The legs look good. They're not a weird tone of skin color. Sometimes I've seen, like, if there's legs and then there's hands and head, all the skin tones are like differently. Got the high boot, but no boot cut. I will say that now. No boot cut there for her. She does have the roll around ankle though. You got peg holes in the bottom, which are in the front of her feet, which is not traditional for figures. So to actually kind of get her to stand was a difficult task. And I think everything looks good. I don't really see any quality control issues. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, if the Power Rangers line got to this level of quality, it would be good. Sorry to get off track there, but it's good. The face looks good. No issues in there, what I can see. I'm glad they didn't do some weird bright lipstick for her. Wouldn't make any sense. Alright, so let's move on to articulation. Her head is obviously hindered by her mane of hair there, so it can only go up that much. You do get kind of some movement back and forth here. She can look down that much. Obviously, you can swivel it completely around with all that movement in the neck. You can get a little bit of dippage on each side there, which is not too shabby. Then we get back into the normal antics of female figures in the Marvel Legends line. Your arm can go around that much. It can go up that much, which is kind of a weird, I don't know, I feel bad doing that. It's kind of 1940s Germany kind of thing going on there. You have some swivel in the elbow there. You got bend in the elbow, which once again, don't know why it does that. That's weird. You got swivel in the hands and bend in the hands as well. Well, I guess there is. Hold on, what's going on here? There is a upper diaphragm, so you can get kind of a little bit of movement going on there. You got you got some swivel in that same diaphragm movement. I thought there was a way swivel, but it tricked me. So you got your swivel up there in the mid diaphragm, so you can kind of get some twist, and it actually looks good. Like, you get a little bit of twist going there. It doesn't look weird, so I dig that. You do have a thigh cut. You obviously aren't gonna get much movement out of your legs. That's pretty much all you get right there. And then you got the double jointed knees. They're double jointed, I swear. You do get kind of some hindrance from the back thigh here, though, I'm noticing. No boot cut, like I said. You got your ankles, which they're kind of free floating. No, they're not. I thought they were, but they're the ratchet joints. And you got the turns, but no ankle pivot. Nope, maybe I do have ankle pivot. There's ankle pivot. So that is it for the articulation, and let's do some comparison shots if I can get this ankle back. All right, starting off here, we have Gwen alongside her other wave mates with Daredevil, the new Spider-Man, and the Peter Parker figure from this wave. All right, putting her next to her alternate dimension version with Spider-Gwen. Looks like maybe our new Gwen's a little bit taller, so maybe she's a little older than Spider-Gwen. I think Spider-Gwen was like, what, 17, 19, somewhere in there. So maybe this Gwen's a little older, a little taller. She's also wearing like boots with heels, so maybe that's it. There we go. That's a good assumption. It's the boots, adds a couple inches of height. And then put her next to a couple of other of Pete's love interests in Black Cat and Mary Jane. And what better time than now to swap that head? So let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That head sculpt looks so much better. That's it. That's the new one. So what do you guys think? Which head sculpt's better? We got the new head sculpt and we got the old head sculpt. Old, new, old, new. Let me know in the comments below which one you like better. I like that one better. And of course, you knew this was coming, right? Everybody knew this comparison shot was going to come. Here we have Marvel Legends Green Goblin next to our new Marvel Legends Retro Spider-Man Wave Gwen Stacy. This is giving me knots in my stomach just seeing this. Bad knots. If you don't know why, I don't know what you're doing here. Alright, so in closing, once again, I like this figure. I like it a lot. Obviously with the joints and the articulation, we come to kind of expect a shortcoming in the Marvel Legends female figures. But regardless of that, I think this Gwen figure was a good addition to my Spider-Man setup. I would definitely probably buy her. If you are a Spider-Man fan, you collect Spider-Man, it's a definite staple. I don't care if you are a Mary Jane apologist, but Gwen Stacy is a needed addition to your Spider-Man line, so it's a definite grab if you collect Spider-Man. I love the new Mary Jane head sculpt. I think that is a big positive there. There really wasn't any markdowns in this actual figure itself. I personally would not add this Mary Jane head sculpt to this figure itself. I don't think that any of this says Mary Jane in the least bit. I do hope later on down the line, if this retro line keeps going, that we get a show accurate Mary Jane with the jeans, the cowboy boots, and the puffy yellow sweater. And obviously a different head sculpt. That head sculpt's more definitely of a comic book oriented Mary Jane, so definitely a new head sculpt. But yeah, I really don't have any markdowns in this. I'm really excited to have Gwen Stacy. I'm probably gonna have to do some crazy poses involving Green Goblin, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, definitely a must grab. I give this figure a definite 9 out of 10 for sure. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and you feel the need to do so. Hit that bell for notifications as well. And make sure you keep in touch. I don't know. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.